ଦୟାକରି ଆପଣମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଧ୍ୟାନ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ଆଉ କିଛି ସମୟ ପରେ ଫନି ବାତ୍ୟା ପ୍ରବଳ ବେଗରେ ମାଡ଼ି ଆସିବାର ସୂଚନା ମିଳୁଅଛି।
कौन आज शुणागला आज आम चुली भी जाली जलनी कि आम घर द्वार रही पार्नु भी।
We have been tracking the movement of cyclone from as per the information given by India Meteorological Department.
बात्या फणीर मुकाबला करने ପାଇଁ राज्य सरकार संपूर्ण भाव प्रस्तुत अछंती।
All precautions have been taken for Cyclone FANI.
The entire police department was alerted, geared up to meet any ensuing challenge.
On 30th April, the Odisha Police Department was wrapping up duties after the fourth phase of voting for the general elections.
Cyclonic storm FANI is just 80
when
kilometers
news
away
arrived
from Odisha.
that a severe tropical cyclone FANI was heading towards the coastal state and would make landfall in just a couple of days.
Cyclone FANI as Odisha is...
This was just 7 months after Cyclone Titli had battered southern Odisha. Leading the Herculean task of rescue and relief operations was State DGP Dr. R.P. Sharma. His team of officers and other state departments worked in tandem to chalk out a meticulous, well-prepared strategy to save every life possible and prepare to combat the worst of nature's fury.
Police arrangements were also made to guard the villages from where the people were shifted to prevent any property offences.
The first task was to reach out to all the districts that were likely to be affected. 11 senior IPS officers were deputed for supervision of arrangements and coordination with district administration and field functionaries. Within 24 hours, over 13 lakh people were evacuated, an operation that Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik called the biggest human evacuation in history. Police stations are the basic functional field units to deliver services during natural disasters. Therefore, it was decided to augment resources and strengthen the capacity of police stations. Logistical requirements such as generator sets, ASCA lights and power axes were stocked up. Heavy, medium and light vehicles were mobilized. Essential items like dry rations and drinking water to last about a week were stored for police staff and neighboring localities. A strategic decision was taken to pass information only through HF and VHF of police communication.
So when all communications failed, and we take pride that the police communication worked extremely well.
575 static mobile sets and 475 man-pack sets were provided to police stations, subdivision and district headquarters. Additional manpower and force was mobilized and deputed to police stations.
We also decided to have integrated control room at BMC, at CMC, at the distribution of water tanker point, in the office of SRC, and also in the SESU office as well as Kalinga Stadium.
On the 1st of May, an emergency control room was set up in the Command and Control Center at Bhubaneswar. Led by Sanjeev Panda, Additional DGP Law and Order, and assisted by IGP Amitabh Thakur. From 2nd May onwards, the DGP himself remained present in the ECR during and after the cyclone, personally reviewing and monitoring all developments across the state in real-time basis, and also held regular review meetings with senior officers.
Through this emergency control room, we had coordination between administration of Puri and various government departments in Bhubaneswar.
However, one of the biggest challenges the policemen faced was on the ground, by civilians reluctant to leave their homes and belongings. Pinaki Mishra, SP Behrampur, set an example by going from one village to another, pleading with people to move to the nearest rescue shelter. There were umpteen number of instances where police have walked kilometers with old men, women and children, moving them to safer areas.
And the biggest motto that was before the government was zero casualty.
On 3rd May 2019, Cyclone FANI made landfall at 8:30 a.m. and wreaked havoc in Puri, Bhubaneswar, Khordha, Cuttack, Jagatsinghpur, Kendrapara, Bhadrak, Jajpur and Balasore. The cyclone fizzled out by midnight, but the challenge for the state machinery was far from over.
बहुत बड़ बड़ बात्या बाबा माने दादा माने घर सब हम सुनिଛୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ପାଇଁ ଆଜ୍ଞା ବହୁତ ବଡ଼ ବାତ୍ୟା ହେଇଯାଇଛି।
तो इमिटे बात्यारे घर द्वार छित्र मशाणी श्मशान भलिया ई चित्र आमे केबे देखिनथि।
One of the worst hit areas was the state capital, Bhubaneswar, the core of all activity of the state machinery. Immediately after the fury of the cyclone subsided, teams of the police, ODRAF and NDRF rushed to clear roads to allow movement of government vehicles and relief trucks. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik also held regular review meetings with the state CS, DGP and other senior officials, which helped assessment and swift action on urgent matters. During the entire process, DGP R.P. Sharma continued to monitor operations from the emergency control room. A day after FANI hit Puri, he made a joint visit to the district along with the DC-cum-ACS home, A.K. Tripathi. The DGP also held a coordination meeting with S.N. Pradhan, DG NDRF in Puri.
पुलिस भूमिका ये बहुत गुरुत्वपूर्ण लोक बहुत रेस्क्यू कर लोक बहुत क्षय क्षति बंची मृत्युमुखर भी बंची जाती
पुलिस मैंने रहा जो आमको पानी खाइबा आउ इलेक्ट्रिक रास्ता सफा चोरों भय ये सब दावर आमको रक्षा मिले।
As desired by the DGP, Karuna centers, which distributed free cooked food, were organized in Puri for thousands of affected people. 15 such similar camps were also set up at Brahmagiri, Satyabari, Pipili and Delanga, and cooked food was distributed for around 1,500 cyclone victims in each of these centers for over a week. The IPS Association of Odisha also stepped forward with monetary help for the victims and rehabilitation, contributing to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. Weeks after Cyclone FANI hit Odisha, proper supply of drinking water and full restoration of electrical lines remained the biggest challenges. All water points were guarded in Mundali and other PHD points by police, and movement of convoys of water tankers were monitored from the emergency control room. The second phase of cutting of trees was carried out by ODRAF and NDRF to enable restoration of electrical wires. Aska lights, monitored by police personnel, remained as the main source of street light for most parts of Puri and other adjoining districts. All PCR vans and PS vehicles conducted regular patrolling during the night in all the districts. Medical supplies were also provided at rescue camps, where hundreds were still being sheltered. Local police helped victims in providing first aid treatment and shifting patients to nearby hospitals. As restoration work continues across Odisha, life slowly limps back to normal. It is estimated that roughly 1.65 crore people have been affected by Cyclone FANI in 14 districts and 64 lives have been lost. But today, Odisha breathes easy thanks to those who remain on duty, ready to take on any storm that comes their way.
हमरो पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट रु जहाँ सहयोगिता मिलছে हमको खूब भल लागुଛି
यथा संभव जीवन नहीं बंचीचु तेणु पुलिस विभाग को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
I congratulate each member of Odisha Police who rose to the occasion individually and collectively and were with the people of Odisha during one of the worst natural calamities and crisis and rendered selfless service at the call of duty, leaving behind their families in distress.